Y'all suggest doing
You're
content
a
on.
fucking goof who drank your baby and
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it for my family. Yeah, we may mess up on the way. I need y'all to pray for me. I don't need y'all to pass judgment. Please keep your opinions to yourself. For real.
A mother who drank through her pregnancy, a baby who may never fully recover, and a viral video that's forcing Child Protective Services to take action. Is Chrisean Rock about to lose custody for good? What you're about to hear will shake you.
Sean Jesus Malone Jr., he's straight. He's $1 billion baby, so stay tuned. But no, he's not blind. No, he's not. He's a child. That's all y'all want to sit up and talk about. My baby's blessed from the head to his toe. Like, what? Y'all forgot when he got dedicated on the 7th?
It's hard to believe, but Chrisean is once again under fire for her parenting this time. Child Protective Services may be stepping in for good. After reportedly giving her young son alcohol and leaving him alone in a hot car while she stepped out to argue with Blueface over the phone, the situation has reached a new low. Her ongoing struggle with alcoholism has already taken a toll on her child's health, and yet she continues to spiral, prioritizing bottles over basic care. CPS has intervened more than once before, but now officials seem to have built a solid case, suggesting custody of Little Jr. might soon be taken from her permanently. Chrisean Rock's life has taken a chaotic turn in recent months, spiraling deeper into instability with each passing day. Once a promising rising star in the entertainment world, her personal life now seems to mirror a tragic soap opera, riddled with emotional upheaval, financial instability, and a string of failed relationships. It's a stark contrast to the confident, an unbothered persona she once portrayed on social media and television. Beneath the layers of fame and bravado, Chrisean is a young woman clearly grappling with the weight of unresolved trauma, abandonment, and a desperate need for emotional security. Financially, Chrisean is in a precarious state. Rumors have circulated that many of her recent ventures haven't brought in the kind of money she once enjoyed. Appearances and collaborations have slowed, brand endorsements have waned, and her spending habits haven't adjusted to her new reality. Friends and former associates claim she's been couchsurfing, living out of hotels or bouncing between Airbnbs with no fixed address to call home. This kind of unstable living situation is taking a toll not just on her finances but on her mental and emotional well-being. It's difficult to build anything lasting when your foundation is constantly shifting. Much of her instability, though, seems to stem from her turbulent romantic life. In what seems like an endless cycle of heartbreak, Chrisean has been hopping from one relationship to the next, each time hoping for something real, something lasting. She's seeking safety and connection, but more often than not, she finds herself used, discarded, and left to pick up the pieces alone. Her most recent entanglement with college basketball player Titan Newton seemed promising at first. Young, charismatic, and with a budding career in NCAA basketball, Titan appeared to offer the kind of grounded presence Chrisean so desperately needed. For a brief moment, the pair were inseparable, posting flirtatious photos and exchanging playful banter online, but behind the scenes, the reality was far less romantic. Those close to Chrisean say Titan's intentions were questionable from the beginning. Though he publicly supported her, it soon became evident that he was more interested in the publicity and clout that came with dating a known figure than in building something meaningful. As soon as the attention began to fade, Diddy friends reported that Titan began distancing himself emotionally, ignoring calls and leaving messages unread. Eventually, he walked away completely, leaving Chrisean emotionally devastated and once again questioning her self-worth. This latest heartbreak seems to have been the tipping point for Chrisean. In a series of tearful and emotional live videos, she's returned to the internet not with her usual fiery energy, but with a raw, unfiltered vulnerability. In one particularly emotional live stream, she openly pleaded for her ex, rapper Blueface, to take her back. It was a moment that stunned even her most loyal fans. Many had hoped she had moved on from the toxic roller coaster that was their relationship, but it's clear that despite everything, she still sees him as a kind of emotional anchor. "I'm tired," she said through sobs. "I'm tired of giving my heart to people who just take and leave. I just want to feel safe again. I just want Blue." The irony is painful. Her past with Blueface is littered with public spats, allegations of abuse, infidelity, and countless breakups and reconciliations. Their relationship was the definition of toxic explosive arguments. Arrests and physical altercations were all documented across social media. Yet, in her current state of emotional distress, it appears that Chrisean would rather return to a familiar dysfunction than continue facing the terrifying uncertainty of being alone. To her, even a chaotic love feels more stable than the loneliness that greets her after each failed romance. Psychologists often talk about attachment wounds, deep-seated emotional injuries typically rooted in childhood experiences of neglect, abandonment, or inconsistent care. For many observers, Chrisean's repeated pattern of intense, fast-moving relationships followed by dramatic breakups suggests she may be reenacting these early attachment wounds over and over again. Each new partner represents a potential savior, someone who can finally fill the void. And each abandonment only reaffirms her belief that she's unworthy of lasting love. This pattern doesn't just harm her emotionally, it's affecting her career too. Once praised for her boldness, confidence, and raw talent, Chrisean's image is becoming increasingly associated with instability and drama. Industry insiders are reportedly hesitant to work with her, fearing the unpredictability that now surrounds her brand. Opportunities that could once have been hers are slipping through her fingers, and she seems unable or unwilling to course-correct. Without strong management or a trusted support system to guide her, she's navigating these stormy waters alone, with no clear direction. Fans are divided. Some express sympathy, recognizing that Chrisean is clearly struggling and in need of help. Others are less forgiving, accusing her of being her own worst enemy, addicted to drama and toxic cycles. But regardless of where people fall on that spectrum, one thing is clear: Chrisean Rock is in crisis. Her cries for help, though wrapped in the language of love and longing, are really deeper pleas for peace, stability, and healing. What Chrisean needs now isn't another relationship, it's restoration. True healing will require stepping away from the spotlight, seeking therapy, and building a foundation within herself rather than in another person. It means learning to sit with the discomfort of loneliness without rushing to fill it with the next flashy fling. It means reevaluating her financial priorities, finding a stable living situation, and surrounding herself with people who genuinely care for her well-being, not just her status. As of now, her online pleas to Blueface remain unanswered, whether he chooses to re-enter her life or not. One thing is certain: until Chrisean addresses the deeper wounds driving her behavior, the cycle will likely continue, and each loop through the emotional ringer will only leave her more battered, more jaded, and further from the peace she so desperately craves. It's not too late for her. There's still time to change course, to find healing, and to rebuild her life, not around a man, not around fame, but around her own worth and resilience. But that journey begins with a single, terrifying step: choosing herself. A recent video posted by Chrisean shows her trying to rationalize her decision to reconnect with Blueface, saying she wants to focus on her family. But Blueface has continued to show no regard for her or Junior. He still denies paternity and even mocks the child's health problems. Not long ago, he had his father physically remove both Chrisean and Junior from his home, fully aware they had nowhere else to go. That incident reportedly pushed her toward Titan in the first place, in what many believe was an attempt to make Blueface jealous. Critics were swift to respond, accusing Chrisean of once again prioritizing her toxic relationship over the well-being of her child. She tried to defend herself online, brushing off the concerns and calling Junior a billion-dollar baby, insisting he's blessed and not blind or disabled, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. Still, the public wasn't convinced. Many felt compelled to contact CPS concerned for Junior's safety. This isn't the first time Chrisean's parenting has drawn concern, but this latest chapter seems to carry more weight. Blueface himself aired some serious allegations, claiming she's neglected Junior's medical care, skipped surgery appointments, and generally failed to meet his needs. While people originally thought the baby only needed a routine hernia operation, it later came out that Chrisean's behavior during—
Let's say about a kid, my son, Sean Jesus Malone Jr., he's straight. So fuck, he's a billion-dollar baby, so stay tuned. But no, he's not blind. No, he's not. He's a child. It's cool though. It is. My baby's blessed from the head to his toe. Like, what? Y'all forgot when he got dedicated on the 7th day? Not even addressing nothing. Cause I don't give up. You feel me? We ain't talking about your baby cause it don't get you views. Like, you can't talk about your own kids. You know why? Because it ain't gonna get you views. It's not gonna get people watching. So yeah, talk about what's most wanted. Talk about what's most talked about. Me, Chrisean. The name Chrisean is like stat. You could be talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he look like and what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. If you talking to me like that, I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child. To be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Cause all the glory to God, bro. Like,
pregnancy, smoking, and heavy drinking may have caused long-term developmental issues. Things came to a head during a live video where Chrisean attempted to justify a blue face tattoo on her face. In the background, Junior could be heard crying, out in pain, desperately needing his mother's attention. Instead of comforting him, she focused on defending the ink tattooed or not leaving viewers disturbed by her misplaced priorities. With all of this playing out publicly, the conversation around Chrisean's parenting has turned from concern to action, and it's becoming increasingly likely that Junior may soon be placed in safer hands. Chrisean Rock is once again at the center of controversy. This time over concerns about her son's health and her behavior during pregnancy. A recent Instagram live session ignited a firestorm of criticism after viewers began raising alarm about her infant son, Junior, who appeared on camera with physical traits some claim are consistent with fetal alcohol syndrome, FASI. While medical professionals are yet to publicly weigh in, the public response has been swift and brutal, reigniting a conversation about maternal responsibility, substance use during pregnancy, and the long-term impact on children born into instability. In the viral live stream, Chrisean was seemingly unbothered as she spoke to fans while holding Junior, who many noted displayed certain facial features and behaviors often associated with FAS. These observations, though speculative and not medically confirmed, triggered a tidal wave of online backlash. Critics quickly resurfaced months-old footage, showing Chrisean drinking alcohol and smoking during various stages of her pregnancy. From club appearances to wild house parties, many of these moments were broadcast by Chrisean herself, either through live videos or Instagram stories, where she appeared carefree and unapologetic about her lifestyle. Throughout her pregnancy, Chrisean repeatedly brushed off criticism about her behavior. "I'm good, my baby's good," she insisted in one livestream after being called out for holding a bottle of liquor while visibly pregnant. "Y'all be worried about the wrong things." At the time, her defiance was often cheered on by fans who either shared her disregard or believed the scrutiny was rooted in misogyny but as Junior's health and development now take center stage, even some of her former supporters are expressing concern. Health experts have long warned of the dangers of alcohol and tobacco use during pregnancy. Fetal alcohol spectrum disorders, of which FAS is the most severe form, can cause developmental delays, cognitive issues, facial abnormalities, and behavioral problems. Smoking during pregnancy is also linked to low birth weight, premature birth, and respiratory issues. While it is impossible to diagnose a condition like FASI via social media, the mere possibility has stirred outrage not just because of the potential harm to the child, but because of what many perceive as a blatant disregard for his well-being from the start. For Chrisean, this is yet another chapter in what appears to be a tragic unraveling of a young woman in crisis, already under scrutiny for her erratic behavior, unstable living conditions, and on-again, off-again relationship with rapper Blueface. The controversy surrounding her son's health only adds to the public's growing concern. Child welfare advocates have begun speaking out, with some calling for authorities to intervene for the sake of the child's safety and long-term development. Whether or not Junior has been affected by his mother's actions during pregnancy remains to be seen, but the conversation has shifted. What was once dismissed as harmless partying is now being reevaluated as a possible act of negligence, raising difficult but necessary questions about accountability, parenting, and the real-world consequences of social media fame. To make matters worse, a video recently went viral showing Junior looking unusually disoriented, prompting even more speculation about his condition. Some even questioned whether he might be blind. Ironically, the clip was taken during a live stream in which Chrisean claimed she was now sober, but in the background, Junior could be seen, staring off into space, completely unaware of what was happening around him, rather than acknowledging the concerns. Chrisean lashed out at her critics. She dismissed claims that her son was developmentally delayed, insisting he was a healthy, happy child. In her words, people were just attacking him because he was her son. She declared him a billion-dollar baby, blessed from head to toe, and suggested that critics were simply looking for attention by targeting her and her child. She refused to address any specific medical concerns, instead saying people had no authority to speak on his health, and that only God knew the truth. But the criticism didn't stop there. During another livestream, this time with content creator Desai Frost, Chrisean was confronted by a caller who directly accused her of harming her baby through her substance use. Rather than responding seriously, she laughed off the accusation and promptly removed the caller from the stream. She went on to ask people for prayers instead of judgment, claiming she was just trying to make things right for her family and needed compassion, not condemnation. Despite her defiance, more CPS reports rolled in. In response, Chrisean took to social media, visibly emotional, asking people to stop calling the authorities. She insisted her son was fine and slammed the rumors that he was slow or had any severe conditions. However, things escalated further when she was banned from Twitch after reportedly leaving Junior in a hot car while she stepped away to argue with Blue. This incident hit a nerve with the public, and CPS began taking the mounting concerns even more seriously. The footage that surfaced afterward painted a troubling picture. Junior crying in the car while Chrisean wandered around, distracted and defensive when confronted. Instead of taking accountability, she brushed off the outrage, bizarrely suggesting that her Twitch ban was due to her wearing a cheetah print outfit during the stream, not the fact that she'd left her toddler unattended in unsafe conditions. Throughout this, she continued to deny being homeless. Although rumors swirled that she had been moving from one relationship to the next just to have a roof over her head. With brand deals drying up and money running low, many believe Chrisean's erratic behavior is fueled by desperation as much as denial. She may be asking for mercy, but critics argue that what her son needs most isn't sympathy for his mother, it's safety, stability, and a chance to grow up far away from chaos. Chrisean recently attempted to defend herself after being slammed yet again over how she treats her son, Junior. In a video, she claimed that when she stepped away to take a call, Junior wasn't left alone. He was surrounded by several people watching over him near his stroller. According to her, she was simply overwhelmed and trying to deal with a stressful conversation with Blueface, who she described as demonic and completely unsupportive emotionally and financially. She pushed back on the narrative that she's failing as a mother, insisting she has a strong support system. Chrisean listed people, she says, are helping her raise Junior: friends, mentors, and community members who provide essentials like diapers, wipes, and clothes. I don't have to pay for anything, she claimed. And as for the rumors swirling online, she firmly denied being homeless and accused her critics of being heartless and hypocritical. "Y'all never cared about my son," she said, referencing how many people previously denied Blueface was even the father, only to later attack the child by calling him names and speculating about his health. But despite her defense, public sentiment continues to shift against her. Many believe Chrisean's chaotic lifestyle is inching her closer to losing custody of Junior altogether. Critics argue that she's prioritizing toxic drama over responsible parenting and enabling Blueface to remain the center of her world. Even when he causes harm, social media lit up with reactions. One user wrote, "She's just handing off the baby to anyone nearby. She doesn't even know who those people are or what they've done in their past." Another comment hit even harder. "She's been failing that poor baby since before he was even born. This is heartbreaking, God protect that child." Some even called out those around her, accusing them of enabling her behavior instead of contacting the authorities. So now the question hangs in the air after everything that's happened. After all the warning signs and viral moments, should CPS finally step in for good? Should Junior be placed in a safer, more stable environment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're ready for more, click here to watch another messy chapter unfold.